All right, you guys can just go ahead with your questions for Luther.
Luther, how does it feel to kind of get on the main stage here and take the big stage at SEC Media Days?
It's definitely a huge blessing. You know, I'm definitely grateful to have this opportunity to represent my school and the brotherhood.
You know, I was talking to Eli last week about the impact that your commitment made, you know, on recruiting and all those different things. Could you have imagined, you know, you picking to stay here at Mizzou could have made such an impact on the momentum of this program?
Yeah, I definitely did. I knew it was coming. Just, you know, it was a matter of time. But that was my goal coming here, you know, to change the program, and I'm still trying to do that. Let's do it.
The team is bringing back almost the entirety of last year's receiving core. How do you hope that the whole unit grows in year two, and are any of the younger guys like Marquise and Northfleet going to take a step forward?
Yeah, I think those two guys definitely going to take a huge step going into the season, because it's, you know, it's a longer season, so we're going to need everybody on the roster, and those guys have, you know, been doing great in summer workouts, great in OTAs, and I can't wait to see them go out there and do what I know they can do.
Luther, what have the points of emphasis been for you just through spring ball and in this summer?
Really, I got one mindset. My mindset on national championship, really. But just kind of just taking it week by week, you know, trying to find different ways to get better each and every day. And yeah.
Where do you see your game growing this year?
Where do I see it growing?
Yeah, your game growing.
I see it growing in special teams game. I feel like I could take a huge step in that aspect, you know, to help us win more games. So.
Why is that important for someone like you, obviously one of the best players in college football, to still say, I want to have a bigger role and have a bigger impact on special teams? Because
work not done, you know. Last year, you know, we got a whole new team, whole new everything. So I gotta, you know, do more than, you know, what's expected. So I feel like special teams is huge. You know, you can win, you can lose on there. So, you know, I want to, you know, make a difference on special teams.
When you talk about your goal, obviously being a national championship, how exciting is it to have a 12-team playoff where you have more opportunities to make it there?
It's definitely a blessing to have, you know, more teams in the playoffs and, you know, more people to have opportunities, you know, to compete for a national championship. And I'm glad this happened this year, so let's do it.
This will be your third year having Brady as your quarterback. How's your guys' relationship grown over the last 3 years, and how do you see that influencing this season?
Our relationship grown tremendously. We hang out off the field. You know, we, you know, talk to each other more, you know, on the field. You know, we see different stuff. You know, we communicate to each other. I feel like our communication just got better, and, you know, his confidence is out the roof right now, and you know, I can't wait to see him go out there, and, you know, show the world.
I've asked Brady and Christian and Drink about walk-ons, NCAA talking about maybe limiting roster sizes, and that kind of may do away with walk-ons. So for you, why are walk-ons important to each team? And do you have somebody specific in mind that, you know, you've worked alongside with as a walk-on that's been doing the work?
There's a lot of, you know, walk-on. I feel like every walk-on we got, you know, in Mizzou works their tail off every day. They don't take nothing for granted. You know, they try their hardest, you know, to compete and, you know, get a spot on the field. And what else was the question?
Just how important are they to each team?
I feel like I can't speak on every other team, but, you know, they're definitely a huge, you know, reason why we had a lot of success last year. Just because even if they out there on the practice squad, you know, they got to give us the great look so we can, you know, get very, very prepared for the game. So huge shout out to those guys.
You know, the prognosticators, the media out there, they talk about Georgia and what's going to happen with Alabama, Texas joining the league, OU joining the league. Do you feel like Mizzou is being overlooked a little bit considering how well you guys did last season as potentially a contender this year?
Yeah, I definitely think we're overlooked. Because a lot of guys left, and you know, we got a lot of new guys, and people gotta, you know, fill big shoes. So it's all good, you know. We still got something to prove.
When you look at the guys that obviously left last season, big leaders like Cody Schrader, Darius Robinson, do you feel your role kind of, shift a little bit this year into taking on even more of a leadership role?
Yeah, it's definitely changed because those guys, were great leaders. And, it was a blessing to be around those and, take notes on how to, be a pro, how to carry yourself like a pro. So I'm just going to, do some things that those guys did, to me. And they set the standard, so we're going to live by the standard.
Luther, when you look at Coach Drink from when he was recruiting you to now having played for him for a few seasons, where have you seen him grow or evolve as a coach since you've known him?
I just seen him, I guess be more comfortable. I feel like when I first got here, he was, kind of tense, but like now I feel like because he's not the offensive coordinator, he's more comfortable in just being the head coach. So like he ain't got all the pressure on just, you got to make the right call, and you got to worry about the defense. So he could just, be a head coach.
With the games in the background, 94 overall, how do you feel about that? And what's the coolest part to you about being in this new video game?
The coolest part about being in this game, I feel just for the fans, to kind of, have an interaction with us, but not really, but, kind of interact with, college football, and I feel like it's gonna bring more attention to college football, honestly. So.
In the 94, do you like it? Do you hate it? Or
STP.
You talk about Drink relieving his responsibilities as offensive coordinator. Then that transitions into Kirby Moore. How has your relationship with Kirby Moore changed from year 1 to year 2?
I feel like me and him communicate more than when he first got here, and our trust just continues to grow. So that's the main thing, trust.
Being one of the best players in the country, do you expect to be in the Heisman conversation by the end of the year, and is that a personal goal for you?
Yeah, it's definitely a personal goal, and I should be on top by the end of the year.
One last question.
Well, could you do this? What would you say about Brady's Heisman campaign as well? Why do you think he also would deserve maybe some consideration as well?
Yeah, he definitely do. He won 11 games in the SEC. That's pretty hard to do. So, and the stat sheets tell itself. So, he just got to go out there, do what he do, and he's going to be fine.
All right. Thanks, Luther.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.